If you've been stricken with salivation, trepidation, and the sweet sensation of new games as you approached, then I'd be willing to bet that you're probably ready for this week's episode. So strap in, hang on, and wake up as we talk about this week's games of note. This is Desura's Weekly Release Highlights. Extraterrestrial terrors are on the way and are gently suggesting that you prepare yourself for orbital entry. What's your best plan of attack, General? In bluish-green's aptly titled Orbit, your best plan is to go out for a defensive spin to win with any number of turrets which can be hot-swapped and rotated for maximum effectiveness, with each alien bragging about its varying buffness and a number of attributes and a spectacular set of satellites to counter each one. Orbit puts players behind the reins of death-dealing pain, which will run off the alien menace. With a skill curve that values strategy over luck, Orbit is available now for the Windows and Mac operating systems, and gamers can get it for $4.99. If you've ever wanted to be a bow-wielding anthropomorphic duck or an unabashed bog-loving frog on a quest to save a colorful land from the destructive hand of ants, then New School has a title for you. Crystal Picnic releases this week to the Desura service with a pile of style, dishing out nostalgic SNES-era RPG stylings happily served to a desktop near you. Take control of an ultra kawaii cast as they attempt to fend off the advances of some unwelcome guests, all the while keeping their tongues squarely in cheek. If Crystal Picnic sounds like the kind of way that you'd love to divert yourself, then you can check it out on Desura today. Crystal Picnic can be purchased across the Mac, Linux, and Windows platforms at $5.99, so regardless of your operating system of choice, all are welcome. Next on our list is a game which wants to pack your speakers with flavorful squeakers and follow in the sophisticated footsteps of games like Boogerman. Bad Smell was developed by Magic Dweedoo through a complex process of programming burritos and not bathing, which resulted in a final product which could best be described as pungent. A top-down shooter featuring gobs of gross monsters to toast and a sense of humor focused mostly on flatulation. As it matures, Bad Smell moves on to tackle tough topics such as overturned diarrhea trucks and flaming gorillas. Randomly generated bullet hell smells await, and if you're first in line to whiff what Bad Smell is cooking, check it out on the Windows and Mac platforms for $5.99. Take a quick trip on a ship and give the horrors of the night the slip in Night Mysteries: The Amphora Prisoner. Point and click your way through an interactive hidden object game in which the main character finds herself adrift on a boggart-blighted barge on the way to the Americas. What starts as a routine trip home quickly escalates into an atmospheric jaunt through antique collection and accumulation in the interest of unlocking things best left in the past. Available for $3.99, Night Mysteries: The Amphora Prisoner is available on the Windows operating system, so if you've got the need for steam-powered speed and also ghouls and ghosts, you may have found your ticket. Enter the bleach-blank bastions of Whitewash, a new puzzle action title on offer from Ouse Games. Awakened in a chamber filled with danger and given orders to simply move from one challenge to the next, our hero must select and assemble pieces of a battery repeatedly, though the circumstances of its construction will change with time. What you thought was a simple exercise in problem solving and scientific experimentation rapidly becomes a mortal struggle for survival in the face of a new hostile military force. Left with only one option outside of dying horrifically from excess bullet exposure, there is only one rule left: complete the puzzle to survive. Whitewash is available at a price of $4.99 and is compatible with the Windows and Mac operating systems. Platforming patrons and those with a penchant for high-hopping exploration can dig into Yelaxot this week, a new title from Barcalar Games. Take a stroll through a colorful knoll near you and entertain yourself with the collection of bits, bobs, and the occasional knob to restore the power of Yelaxot to your abandoned world. Comprised of sprawling levels, each mashed masterfully with random goodies galore and a challenging set of beastly baddies, Yelaxot also features loads of minigames to tame and is primed to send gamers into a refrain of collective classic gaming love. Priced at $11.99, Yelaxot is ready to hop onto a Windows-compatible desktop near you, so don't delay and grab it today. I could score an easy Huey Lewis joke here about being square and the hipness thereof, but instead I'm gonna let the joke make itself and talk for a moment about Cubesis, a new strategy puzzle game which released to the Desura service this week. In it, players are given control of balding little monks who must make sure the kingdom is supplied with all the things it needs for long-term sustenance, food, and loads of awesome gold. Taking a page from games like Populous and rewriting the margins with its own slick ideas and presentation, Cubesis inspires players to dodge their gods while simultaneously budding an ultra-awesome fantasy world for their civilians. Available now at a price point of $4.99, get a bit square with Cubesis today on the Windows platform. If it's all the same, I'm out of games, but if I haven't yet tamed that flame for the fantastic, might I suggest that you check out our website to get all the latest and greatest in gaming news. As I've said before, these games are only the floor of what's in store if you check out the Desura Gaming Network, and if you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and leave us a comment to let us know how we're doing. With nothing left to do, I bid you adieu and finish up this week's episode of Desura's Weekly Release Highlights. Thank you for joining us, and we will see you next week.